Hello, this is Darth Vader, and today we are reviewing a set which is so big it doesn't fit in my light tent. It's the 75302 Imperial Shuttle with 660 pieces and 3 minifigures, Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, and Imperial Officer. This set was released on March 1st of 2021 and retailed for $70, which some people are saying it's a bit pricey, and we'll have to see if it is pricey. I don't know. It's your decision if you want to buy it. On the box art, we can see explosions, which I like. The Death Star 2, which doesn't appear we're getting a set for, but it keeps appearing on art this year. Also, TIE Fighters. Yeah. So, there's no side box art at all, aside from this. Like, if you look here. It's right here. There's no side box art in this wave. Which is weird, because things like Trouble on Tatooine do have side box art. March? What's going on? Here we can see the sets. Not the set, the photos of the set. And it is kind of in a landed position in a hangar, which looks a lot similar to the TIE Fighter one, although it's just a stereotypical Imperial hangar. What do you want me to say? Also, you can play this in the Skywalker saga, which when I'm recording this, I still don't know when it's being released, and I'm not sure if anyone does. Alright, let's get a look at those figures. Our first figure up today is this Imperial Officer, who looks pretty nice. This print, I don't think it's new. I mean, like on any of this, I think it's all like the same print as normal, with a nice face with a microphone on it, kind of like a face. And this doesn't have a side, like the other side face. It's pretty nice. Got a little blaster there, ready to pilot your Imperial shuttle, unless you want to repurpose it as the Tidarium shuttle. But I don't know. Next up on this list is Darth Vader. This looks really nice here. You can see it's the newer one with the newer helmet. This is one of the harder material capes, and I'm sure you've already seen why the harder material maybe doesn't work as well in this set. But if you haven't, I'll explain it later. And it has the normal print here. Nice red lightsaber. And you can see a pretty happy expression, because you can try to recreate the scene at the end of the movie. So, yeah. Also, back of the head, just that print. It's the same one as in the Advent calendar, which might be one of the cheaper ways to get this figure. So, yeah, that's Darth Vader. Our last figure in the set is Luke Skywalker, who looks really nice, has the Episode 6 printing, and no leg print, actually. This has a nice green lightsaber, which, of course, the newer ones don't really have bubbles in them, which is nice to see. Although I do like the old ones, which did have that. Also, kind of the same flat hairpiece he's had for quite a while. I don't know why they haven't changed that. Second face looks like a more annoyed expression, perhaps. I don't know. You decide. You buy the set, you decide. Also some handcuffs here, because Luke's kind of a prisoner, technically, in the scene. So, yeah, that's the Luke Skywalker figure, which I kind of wish had an updated hairpiece. Whoa, what's going on? Why are we in like a different light box? This is actually the same one as before. It has multiple backgrounds you can put in, and I thought I'd put something that's kind of a contrast to the shuttle so we can see it a lot better. And here it is. It's not in flight mode yet. I'll show you that at the end of the video. It's kind of hard to get that in a box. But this is actually not a rip-off of a set. Some of you are thinking probably like, oh, it's $70. It's pretty expensive for what it is. It's not a rip-off, but maybe not the best price either. But like, you're not going to lose too much money. Let's start in the front. And as you can see, the pictures don't lie. There is kind of like a chin, people have been calling it. And that's because they wanted to add a play feature, these stud shooters, pew pew pew. You can probably figure out how those work. But in doing so, had to expand the cockpit kind of upwards. And they also had to add stability. So it kind of results in this. But it is a nice shape. I do like this. I'm sure someone could probably modify it. And inside has space for one figure, which is a slight downgrade from the previous iteration, 2015, which had two. I mean, it's not like Darth Vader is going to be flying the ship. Neither would Luke. They wouldn't trust him, probably. But you can fit in an Imperial Officer. Nice and easy there. Just going to have him lean up, kind of fits in. And close that down. See him in the window. Looks nice. And going on to the back here, we can see the turrets. This is little back turrets. I'm just going to fold these down because I'm probably going to knock them around otherwise. Engines, very nice here. See, they got the nice translucent blue colors. On the bottom, there's landing gear. And you can remove this if you want. It's not held in really too much. You can remove the landing gear. And it's a 3-point system, which even though technically the original variations are supposed to have 2-point landing gear, bipedal landing gear, 3 points is much better for the stability of the set, although it can rock around sometimes. But I'm sure you can find some play value in that. You know, I've seen people say, "Oh, it crashed Imperial Shuttle." It's cool. Also, we have a nice printed piece here. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like a print representing, but it's a print. So we can actually fold this back using a really cleverly made latch, and doing so can open up the interior, which has enough space to fit Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader in there, and also has space for their lightsabers, so I'm going to cut out for a moment and then put them in. And we're back, and I have them all loaded inside. Also, if you hear any noise in the background, that's my cat. She is trying to get in. I don't know why. And you can see they fit in nicely. You can put the lightsabers kind of on the sides. Luke is handcuffed. And the problem with that cape that I was mentioning earlier is that it kind of gets smushed in there with Darth Vader. And I'm not sure if you can really see the actual mechanism for the latch up there. It uses a rubber piece. Although actually the rubber piece isn't really necessary, but it helps. So you can latch it in, and it's ready to fly. Also does have some nice cannons on the sides. The wings are very thin, and you're going to see that in a sec when I actually do the whole like folded out thing. But yeah, that's the set in its landed position. We are going to cut to it using the snap cut thing that I used in my last video in 3, 2, 1. Whoa, we're back. And here it is on a shelf with the wings folded out. This thing looks awesome. And sure, you can see this a bit better now. And also I do have the figures here along with the extra stud shooter bits. This thing looks like amazing on display. Like, I'm just gonna turn it on the side here. Like, look at that. That's something that people would put on their shelves. It's like the UCS one, except it's not as big. Also, something I have realized, these bits, you can pick it up by the fin, but you cannot pick it up by like the front because these are kind of loose. And we have some nice striped details. You can see kind of better how the wings work, and they also have some lights on them, which is nice. It's accurate. I like that. And the landing gear isn't like super standing out. It's actually pretty nicely hidden, I think, for landing gear that's always open. So yeah, you can really get a nice idea like just how big this is. Actually, here's the brickheads. Compared to the set, it's pretty big, right? Look at that. Actually, should they do a Beskar armor Mandalorian brickhead? I don't know. So yeah, I leave you guys to judge. Do you want to buy this set? I mean, like, seeing it all, fleshed out on display, it actually looks pretty nice. I usually have it up next to the UCS R2D2, the older version. I say older version since they're planning on making a new one, I think. And like, it's a pretty nice set. It's gonna catch your attention. You got the Razor Crest here, pretty big, and then you have this right here. A big footprint. It really is like an attention grabber, especially since kind of like compared to other sets, like other ones, we get like all these gray colors. We get gray, red, stuff like that. There's a lot of gray in Star Wars. Yeah, like you can see that there. And it's just like a stark contrast to everything else. And it looks nice. I mean, sure, there's some minor issues, like this gap right here. But overall, it's a pretty decent set when on display. Like, I don't know why everyone's like complaining about it. Clearly, no one's built a stand for it yet and taken a moment to admire how it looks. So, thank you for watching this review. If you enjoyed it, subscribe, like, whatever the other people say. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to. It helps the channel. And you can always undo it if you want. So, keep watching these, please, and stay safe.